Hello, everyone. This is Malice Alice. I am new to YouTube. I'm hoping to start a channel where people can share their stories with me, and I read it as a creepy reading. I will be beginning to tell a story of something that had happened to me quite some time ago. Let's begin. In 2011, I was 19 years old. I was super excited to have been out of high school for an entire year. I was exploring the world and what it had to offer. I am 5'5", and at that time I weighed approximately 125 pounds. I was encouraged by my best friend Allie to start modeling. So I did some research on Google, and I found an interesting website called Model Mayhem. I browsed the site and saw hundreds of beautiful women and their portfolios. They looked so beautiful, and I did not feel that way about myself. I did not believe that I could model, but my best friend encouraged me to do it because, in her words, I was just as beautiful as any of those women on the site. Finally, I made a profile, and within hours, I got a notification that a photographer wanted to take pictures. I set up a place and a time to meet him, and we did the photo shoot. It was great. I went home afterward, and I had several shoots lined up for me. A week later, I booked a shoot in Princeton, New Jersey, approximately 45 minutes away from my home. Fast forward to the day of the shoot. I asked my friend Allie to accompany me, so I picked her up from her home in Mount Holly, and 15 minutes later, we were in Princeton. I saw the photographer outside. He seemed friendly. He was standing with a couple that had booked him for a shoot. They introduced themselves, and the photographer told me and Allie that he was going to take pictures of the woman that was there before me, and then he will be back and take pictures of me. He pointed me in the direction of his studio. The studio looked like a shack, but not a bad one. It was surrounded by other offices. I went inside, and there were a lot of doors leading into the other offices, but they were empty. After all, it was Sunday. I opened his office door and then shut it behind me so I could change my clothing and put on my makeup. After I got dressed into my modeling clothing, Allie tried to open the door. She must have tugged at it about 10 times before telling me, "Girl, the door is locked." I moved her aside, and I tried to open the door with no luck. When I glanced down at the floor, the door was jammed, and the lock that's normally on the inside was on the outside, so the keyhole was exposed on my end. My heart dropped to my stomach. "This jerk just locked us in here," I said. There was another door inside the shack. I ran to the other door and tried to open it, but for some reason it wouldn't open. It was jammed. I was so scared. I was so upset because my friend Allie came with me to make sure I was safe, and now I put her life in danger. She told me to shut the fuck up because I was hyperventilating and freaking out, and she said, "Let's find a way out." She peeked her head out of the window of the shed, and we realized we were on the first floor. She took a weird item from the room and broke the glass of the shed, and we both slipped out. She assisted me out of the window because due to all the broken glass around the window. I felt as though I did not deserve a good friend like her. This was just so surreal. We ran to my car and we drove back to Allie's house. I got a phone call from the photographer, and I screamed at the top of my lungs at him for locking us in the shed. I never heard from him again. Creepy photographer in Princeton, New Jersey? Let's not meet.